5, 3, 4. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. I did not want to get out of bed. Today was one of those I don't feel like doing anything moments, but I'm up. Good morning. Yes, I seen that. She was back, and I think that you can get the bent needle pattern from her Etsy shop. So that is super good news for people that have been wanting it. Good morning. I'm glad I was listening to her story last week because she came on in her group last week, and I'm glad that she went through a lot and she made it through. So I'm glad that she's back because she's a very creative designer. And it's good for people that have been wanting to make the bent needle bag. Also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tori from Sings Legit has made a tutorial like a year or two ago in reference to it. So there's also that. So you have like you can get the pattern and you could get someone that has made the pattern and has a video out for it. So I think that's a good thing. Good. It's gonna be a warm day. I can feel it. The basement's all muggy. I don't have AC or heat down here. I have to use fans to cool down, and then I have to use a heater, electric heater, to warm up. Oh my god, though. Yesterday was Patreon day, and we were doing the first part of the Duncan backpack from um, Sincerely Jen. Um, I had everything set up on this machine and the machine wasn't working. So I had to use my other machine, which I don't have a problem with. I actually use my I actually use my free arm more than any other machine. The problem is the way I have the table set up because I have a smaller space. The way I have the table set up is that right here where against this wall where there's Cora and all that stuff in Storm is the 1541S. The machine that's right across from it that is facing it is the 5550. So because these are the two machines I use the most because this is where I have the cameras hanging down to see it. Over on the side of these two tables is my free arm. That area is tight, like ooh, tight. I can't even really wheel my chair back and go like this. It's like about face. You're not moving until you're done with this project. So it's really hard to put cameras over there. And it's a hot mess because I have all of my interfacing everywhere. I've been trying to cut out different stuff to do another updated interface video, and it's just a mess. And I was telling my husband yesterday, I was like, Kendall, this is a mess. And he was like, okay, Shinova, here's the thing. He's like, you Baltimore Comic Con is like in 25 days. He's like, deal with this for 25 days. I'm like, you're freaking kidding me? He's like, deal with it for 25 days. When you come back, you have one weekend before you have So Magical. So he was like, that week, don't sew unless you have an order and organize the room exactly how you want it. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm organizing it exactly how I want it, and I'm just gonna go from there because I am losing my ever living mind trying to find stuff right now. So yesterday I did that. I did the bag with Patreon, which was fun. We got through the front flap and the front pocket, and I gave him some tips and tricks on how to do so. Hey, babies. Then yeah, it was a 2 hour vid. That's why I broke it down. There was no way I can do that video. I cannot make the Duncan in less than 2 hours unless I do that. Oh, sew this around here and meet me back after the machine. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I like to show you what I'm doing. I feel like that's how I learn is by physically seeing you. If you're like, yes, sew this seam together and meet me back at the table. I'm like, well, if I don't get to see you sew, then I'm like, how do I know if I'm doing it right or wrong? So, I feel like that's just my teaching method. Some people, they just need the visual, like you sew these two pieces of fabric together at 1/2 inch and meet me back at the table, and I'm gonna show you how to press it or whatever, and that's all they need. For me, I kind of need you to hold my hand a little bit more. So I'm going to ask to see it. So we did 2 hours of that. Then I am making an Aries today out of leather. I'm making it out of, I have very little of this leather. I have a strike, and ooh, I cannot wait to show you this strike. If Shannon's in the group, she knows what the strike is. It's, if you love Harry Potter, keep your eyes open for August 19th for Alchemats. They got some serious things. There's going to be a box for Harry Potter, and there's going to be some individual things. I mean, when I'm talking about cool things, you need to see her video. They have quill pens, they have journals, they even have like mugs with the prints on it. Like, she went all out. So I'm making something for with one of the items that they have, and I just felt I needed to make an Aries for one and foremost because this leather's perfect for it and it smells good. I want a piece of this leather just to smell. I know it's weird. I'm weird like that though. You're here, you know I'm weird. You're okay with it, I think. So I'm gonna be making an Aries today. As soon as I get off here, I have everything cut out. My my octopus arms already edge painted everything. Look at how smooth that is. So, I edge painted things last night, so I'm going to put that together, but I won't be able to show you that bag until probably the 19th. So it's crazy. I have all these tester bags, like the one that I really am dying to show you from Country Cow. It's not coming out until the 15th or 8th of September. I'm like, well, don't do this to me. So I'm gonna have Kendall take pictures with me and Hope and Faith or someone with it this weekend, and then I'm gonna stuff all my stuff in it because Kendall kept looking at the bag. So the video we did opening up Catherine's box, the bag was sitting right there on my cutting counter, and his eyes kept going to it. It's between the bag looking dope as hell and the colors. Because I use Tula Pink fabric for myself. I'm telling you, I'm here for the Pirate Girls. Nightshade all the way. I am obsessed with it. I hope one day she capitalizes and make like a little bit more characters because the three sisters are awesome. But wouldn't it be awesome to know their enemies, like, or like the Nightshade boys? Just saying, Tula, I know you don't watch my video, but if you ever did watch my video, Nightshade boys would, just saying, just saying. Oh yes. Okay. I'm going to cut out my plan is to finish the Aries day because you know the Aries doesn't take very long. So I'm gonna finish the Aries today. I'm gonna cut out a hitchhiker. I'm cutting out and doing a sewing a hitchhiker for Baltimore Comic Con. So I hit most of my quota for new bags. So the bags that from now to the Baltimore Comic Con are going to be my high price ticketed items. So I'm going to be making a luxurious hitchhiker. I'm going to be making some luxurious Betty Bowlers and some Brooklyns that are really like, you know. So it's just I'm really excited. I'm really excited because we're getting close to that count to Baltimore Comic Con, and the closer I get, the more I'll have fun that weekend. And then the one thing I'm trying to do is I want to get my my press book for the original Lord of the Ring cartoon signed by the artist. I think I will lose my ever loving mind if I can get that in a picture with him. I don't really do that often because somehow, some way, I always bump into a celebrity that I wanted to see, like organically, because that's how it works. So I want to get my press book signed because the other artist that was a part of it passed away. So this artist is 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 a more give me a minute, a more vintage in his years. That's a good word. More vintage in his years, and I don't know how long I've heard from the grapevine he has some medical conditions, so I'm definitely trying to get this press book played, like signed, because not for anyone's monetary gain. It's just me. I like my book signed. Every book that I got from a sewist, I always ask to get it signed. I just That's me. I like to get signatures, and it's not for resale. It's just it makes me feel good inside. Okay, you just need to go to the Bit Needles, go to Bit Needles, and then Bit Needle will have a link in her Facebook group to the Etsy. And if you can't find it on Etsy, just put Bit Needle patterns, and you should be able to find her hitchhiker pattern on Etsy. Let me go back to scroll some of the questions. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know Lucia was live. I know that the first there's like two little baby birthings in the first beginning of Duncan Christine. I totally get it. Yes, I'm glad you downloaded the Hitchhiker, Julie. It's a great pattern, and anyone that sees it, they'll know understand when I kept telling you that there are suitcase style bags out there, but the way the pattern pieces are put together at the bottom with these different angles really gives it that boxy corner. Good morning. Yeah, so Terry, just go to Etsy and put bent needle patterns and you should be able to find it. Yeah, Gypsy, that's her first Duncan. Oh no, okay. I thought most of the people that are in that Patreon, this is the first Duncan they're making. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, that the Duncan is it looks more complicated. The one thing I like about Sincerely Jen's patterns is when you look from they're like a Monet. When you look from them from afar, you're like, there's no way in Hades I'm gonna be able to make this bag. It is simply elegant, everything. And then when you get up close and you get to see the instructions, you're like, why was I stressing about this? She made it so simplistic for us. So, it's like she does a really good job of doing that. Her bags always look really upscale. They really look very unique. Like one of my favorite bags from hers, I believe, is the barrel bag called Marcel. I made that like 3 times, and it is so interesting. And every time I make it, I like look at it. I'm like, I did this. Let me pop my. I don't have a collar, so pretend this is a collar. Let me pop my collar. So, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know. I didn't get I don't get notification on Facebook like I mean on YouTube like I should. Oh, it's your Wednesday bag. Okay. Is that the one from Miko's Craft? I made a Wednesday bag. I made a Wednesday bag. I actually gave it to Olivia because she liked it. I made it out of this beautiful buckskin, like leather that it feels like suede, nubuck. It's called nubuck, but it's not. And that was my pattern. And I only made one of it, and Olivia has the bag because man, that was just me tampering around and just like watching the videos, sorry, the series so much that I started sketching it out and then I figured out how I can make a satchel bag like that. Thank you, Sandra, for putting the bent needles pattern in there. Yeah. Look, I need coffee. I might have to ask Faith to make me some. I didn't have one yesterday and I had a killer headache. Yep, the one from Miko's Craft. Man, his videos are always so smooth. Like I always want to have like some really cool music in the background. They always come together so smooth. Like you're like, what? What? It's like watching a fashion show. I don't know. He does really great videos. Cindy, I believe if I'm not mistaken, Seems Legit has a tutorial for the hitchhiker bag. Yep, Seems Legit has one. So, and her bags always come together really, really dang cute. And she gives a lot of tips and stuff. Most of the time when I'm doing a hitchhiker bag, they're not the original pieces anymore. That's why I have Patreon, because I'm a modifier. I've modified every piece, every single last piece. Oh wow. So Mr. Daniels and the coffees. So you have, what is it when you have coffee and it's something, what is it called? There's something, it's called something when you have adult beverages and coffee. I just forgot what it's called. Yes. Oh yes. It is a birthing bag. You can bind it. I make it binding. I made it binding. I made it birthing. I made it where a lot of different ways, but it always comes out cool. That bag is so funny though, because the foam that you use in it, because it's such a wide depth that it like automatically puffs out. So like when you press it back in, you can hear all this air escape the bag and then it'll like re-emerge. It's an interesting bag. Yeah, Sandra's on it with the links. Oh, yes. Tomorrow, Sandra is going to go live with me and we're going to sew the primrose together, but we're not doing it the way the pattern has it. We're going to be doing it with clear vinyl and jelly vinyl. So, because my last tutorial was just the primrose, and we were like, what if we do it with clear vinyl? So it'll be fun for back to school. Yes, but yes, my Aries is going to be made out of this. This is my last of it. I don't know. This okay, that's my the hardest time for me with leather is when you grow attached to a leather, like you get a whole hide, and then when it's gone, it's gone. Like you could try to find the exact time. Lynette, I'm gonna try to be doing this at 8:30 on the dot. So I'm gonna set my alarm. Today I slept in a little bit more. I had yesterday because there were so many bad events like with the machine, and there was just like even Kendall had a bad day. Like we were both comparing notes. There were so many bad events that it took me forever to fall asleep, and then I slept too late. Like I slept too late today. But yeah, I usually go live around 8:30. So, but yeah, I want more of this. It's so thin too. You don't really have to sky this. Like, look. So here, it is so thin. You can literally do four for a strap or whatever. So I have enough I'm gonna make the shoulder bag that Shannon has in the Aries. And then the accessory that I'm using for Alchemats is going to be on there. So I won't be able to show you it fully tomorrow. I could probably show you with the shoulder bag and not the other accessory because it comes out on the 19th. But yes, all these little patterns, man, they're like killing me. They're coming out with some massively cool. Like I'm telling you, Country Cows is on point. I just did one for K Dill Handmade, and I gotta tell you, like I've only made two of her patterns, and both one year I'm gonna make a video for really soon. Because I don't know if you heard of the As You Wish box. It's made with Susie. Kathy made a pattern for it. New Moxie is a part of it. I'm gonna be doing a box opening for that either today or tomorrow. I have to get my hair right for this video. You'll see. If you watch Nova Ween, then you already can probably have a vague idea what I'm gonna do. Um, so like like they have this beautiful As You Wish box, and As You Wish is the Princess Bride, which one of my favorite movies. And I did her pattern. The pattern that she has for that is dope as hell. It is dope. It has so many cool little compartments and everything. And there's a couple different people that are in the sewing community that do YouTube that are going to be making this bag. And I believe the box comes out September 15th. So you're going to be seeing a little bit more of that. It's just like I'm working behind the scenes with all these patterns, but Kathy also has another pattern that's going to be coming out soon too that I tested for, and it was my second pattern testing for her. Whew, I got it is different. It is different. That it was different for this bag to be like normal bag size, not small, not medium, just like that in between, like medium. It has a punch. It has a punch. I don't know how these designers do it. They just like put things like I want to sit in their mind, like and be like, how do you think of things like this? This is just amazing. Ooh, that's cool. I know. Oh, that is so awesome. I heard the Cellrite is a beautiful machine to sew with. I think Susie from So Girly Fun, she has a Cellrite, and I know Adam from I think he's the fabricator though. Adam has a Cellrite from Country Cow, and he has like a review on it and tips and tricks for Cellrite. So you might want to look at that video because it might be able to help you with some cool tips and tricks for your Cellrite. Congratulations on your new machine. That's awesome. Yes, Linda, I want the fabric maker printer. I feel like for what I do on my fandom and my bag making, I can rely solely on myself in sourcing and just source out hardware. I'm praying that I do a really good job at this Baltimore Comic Con and I can purchase one because they're normally right now $1,500 and they're in sale for $900. I'm not going to finance. I think I've already expressed a lot that financing makes me super nervous. The only thing we finance is our home. Just the way my family's life was when I was a kid, it wasn't the best. Like a young kid talking to bill collectors and seeing parents file for bankruptcy, that it kind of is triggering. So I can't. It's something like my husband will be like, "Let's get it, let's do it. We'll make payments," and I'm like, "No, no." When this last at this last convention, you guys heard me talking about my phone sucks. My phone sucks. I literally paid cash money right after the thing to get my phone, so I wouldn't pay payments on it. It's like a real it's a trigger. It's like a real big trigger. I don't want ever to put my family in financial like whatever because you can't predict the future. So what I'm hoping is that I will be able to get enough money from this bag from this Baltimore Comic Con, and I could purchase one, and then I will be really happy because a lot of fabric companies, unfortunately, are going out of business, and a lot of the reason when people buy from me, my return customers, is my nerdy aspect on things. So if I'm able to print on fabric, print fabric, print cotton, print on canvas. Like I was watching all the videos for it yesterday. That is a dream. I am so happy they came out with something like this. I print Moda, yeah. I seen it yesterday and I was just like, oh my God, I want one so bad. Can anyone help me with size of cording? Cording, it all depends on what you want. Like I usually like to use either 3/8 of an inch piping plastic or get the cording, the thickness of the cording from Joann's because they have it for drawstrings. It depends on what you want and how thick you want the handles. But for if your handles are you're trying to do 1/8, I mean 1 inch wide, I usually use 3/8 or 1/4 of an inch diameter plastic piping or cording. I don't know why I remember that. That is so silly for me to remember. I know. Kathy, you're right. But I've actually got people like, just finance it. I've never financed any of my machines. All my machines have came from sales for my bag and or a convention. I just can't do it. Like I need a new motor. I did a temporary ghetto fabulous fix on my 1541. I did do the happy dance because I was able to fix it myself, but I need a new motor. And it's not that bad because I've had this machine for like almost 5 years now. It was not, and it would the motor would have last long if it wasn't for my daughter Hope, who decided to spin around in this chair, have something heavy, knock out the button, the switch, roll over it, and then the springs popped out. Yeah. This is why there's no kids supposed to be in the workroom. Okay, so Linda, I've been doing I haven't okay. I sublimated on and I can't again, that's another bag. There's a cool bag that's coming out that is a luggage style from a person, but I think they're coming out in September too. And the whole bag I made had sublimation on it. And I sublimated on waterproof canvas and then I used the print subli to make it look like HTV or direct to print, and I was able to put that on cotton. That stuff is amazing. So I plan on doing a video for that after the convention and after so magical. So you can see because once I figured out how I could print it and get it on cotton, it was on a Kraken. But I was able to sublimate faux patches onto waterproof canvas. I actually have not used actually 100% polyester. There was some that came with it, but I've been trying to, I wanted to print and do things on things that I know I use in my bag making business. And those are the two that I use. So water resistant canvas actually sublimates really well. And when it's white, it's kind of amazing. And I was able to cut out and make them look like patches on this one bag. It's like it's a bag that looks like you would get if you're about to join the resistance and start like a boot camp. That's all I can say because I can't give you any more about the bag because, that confidentiality. So I'm really excited about showing that bag to you guys. Oh my God, that one, that has like so many different sublimations on it. I think I have like 4 or 5. And every time I walk by that bag, it makes me smile because I was really worried that I wasn't going to like the sublimation machine. And I love it. That's why I think I want the printer because recently, more and more often, I've been using the sublimation machine in like at least once to twice a day in different bags because I'm able now to create things that I visualize and put them onto bags. So now they have where it prints on 100% cotton or canvas. I can now like create things that I want and not wait and hope for someone to come out with it. If someone's like, "Hey, Nova, do you have Battlestar Galactica fabric?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And I'm searching all these Facebook groups for it. Instead of paying like $28 or $32 for that, I could print something that I can put on a bag. I feel like is a very savvy thing to purchase for a bag maker because now everything that you visualize, you can make come true. And I think it's a very high price ticket item. It's gonna cost just as much as an industrial, but I think that's my next thing I'm saving up for. I think I'm actually gonna do it because I've had people ask me. I had a Kofi for when I needed to get my tablet, and I haven't really utilized it since. So I think I might start a Kofi for that, so that way I can get that. That's my plan. I think it'll be a good Christmas present to myself. Yeah, free and clear, Kathy. Free and clear. It makes it easier. My parents were good parents. They were really good parents. My mom was really, really young and they just were like doing keeping up with the Joneses. And Kendall and I try so hard not to do that. And we try to show them that you have to pay for things. Yes, you brought me coffee. I know, but thank you. I appreciate it. I love you a lot, even though there's no creamer. What kind of coffee did you get? And is it the one with the death face? Oh, then this is the coffee from Ethiopia. Ethiopia. I think. If Kindle you're on here, it's the one that you just got. Oh my God. It smells so good. There's some floral scents to it. And like fruity. Yeah. I need to go to a coffee like tasting. I know they have them. I need to go to one. I've been to wine tasting and I'm down to go to any wine tasting with anyone. Yes. See, I think I'm so happy that there's other people like me because like I always feel bad because I'll see people instantly get it, and honestly, I can't get any of my machines or any of my bigger tools without a convention, or I have to start saving for it. That's the bottom line. Those are the only two options. And that's why I every machine I have, I baby, I take care of, I oil, I do whatever because I can't easily replace it. I got three kids. I have three kids that are going to be starting school in 2 weeks. Shoes, school supply, all that stuff. I can't do that stuff. I can't. I try. So keeping up with the Joneses is just not my thing. I can't do it. Um, because the thing is that when people do it, they don't understand that their kids can see this. So we have to try to teach them how to live within their means and to save and, strive and get the things, but it may take you a little longer than somebody else. Yeah, those taxes though, right? Okay. Thank you, Christine. Dude, you guys, I'm all giving you guys air high fives because you all are saying yes, you do the same thing. Oh, you sell tubing on your Cindy, did you see that she sells tubing on her website? Yep, Home Depot or Lowe's. And if Lynette, I know you were if you're a part of Patreon, I have this thing called the flat rolled handle. It was something I invented out of the spirit of the moment, and I use foam. Foam, I'll give you guys that. That's the only thing. I use foam rolling that they put to insulate windows and doors during the winter months, and the handles have that round filling, but it's so soft and cushiony because it's like foam. Best thing I will go down Home Depot and Lowe's and be like, look, what do we want to make today? Best resource. That's why I'm hoping that Sandra will also do like a Harbor Freight mini uh, she's cooing at the dog. I can't help it. It's just like, oh my baby puppy. So he's spoiled. To go to Harbor Freight having like a mini road trip or a little thing there because I don't have a Harbor Freight near me. So I've never actually been in there, but I'm a Home Depot Lowe's kind of chick, and I will like find stuff that to put in to like handles and stuff like that have a cushion because although I love the way the thick plastic tubing is, it may not be comfortable on someone's shoulder or on their arm. So when I found the round foam, I was like, shut your front door. Man, that thing is amazing. Yep, thank you. Ooh, fishing tubing from that. Oh, yeah, so they opened up if you're already so magical, they opened up the classes for everyone. Half of my class is already filled up, and I'm super excited and feel super blessed that people want to even go to my class. So I'm excited, and thank you for everyone who decided to take the class. I'm thrilled. I'm working with a template person. You know her. Her class is full too. Like I'm excited. I know. I know I've seen that you can print on a regular inkjet. They have like 8 by 11, but this is a little bit different. It had the color, the cartridges, the ink is made for fabric. So it'll be easier to color fast and all that stuff like that to ensure that the fabric colors don't bleed when rain is on it. It is made purely for fabric. It is you can't print patterns, nothing. It's just for fabric. I think Lynette said that Lynette, I think, didn't you want to do like a Friday, if I'm not mistaken? Yes. Yeah, Easy Subly. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Yeah. So there is a person that if you put Easy Subly in there's a couple of different videos. There's one, she kind of comes in like Mr. Rogers. Like you have no idea. I watch her because she first, her voice is so soothing, like, I would wanna listen to her in an Audible and just, like, fall asleep. Her voice is amazing, and she comes into the door, she puts on her apron, and she's the one that shows it. If you have the masking tape, the masking for Easy Subly, and you put that on there, the weeding comes out so easily. So, like, that masking tape is the key, because 'cause I've had to weed out, like, only 4 things, and as soon as I put that masking tape on and I'm able to weed it out with that little weird plastic thing that looks like, an alien that like, you don't I don't ever really wanna put my fingers in it because 'cause I'm like, "It's gonna eat my fingers." It's gonna eat Good morning. It's from Brothers. It's called, like, the Motor Printer. If you're in So Magical group, they show the person there's gonna be a person that's talking about it at So Magical. I definitely wanna attend that class to learn more. And it's just a printer. It looks like the old school printers they had in the like in an office space, and the ink is made to print on cotton fabrics. And you can buy the rolls and stuff like that from them. It's Brothers comes out with really pretty inventive stuff. So I'm curious to see when maybe Circuit or Silhouette comes out with one. I I would probably still get the Brothers one. I have, like, a really deep trust with Brothers for some odd reason. I don't know why. So, um, but I also got told by a friend that works at Sewing Machine Plus that it was, like, launched yesterday for everybody to see, and she showed it to me and, like, gave me all these different video links that they have on YouTube, and I was just thrown. I was like, "This is a game changer, especially for bag makers." I don't know how it would affect the garment world, to be honest with you, because I think the biggest size it prints, it's like either 14 or 17 inches wide, by like a yard. So it's I feel like for bag makers, it's a total game changer because we don't use like a panel that's 24 by 24. Like it's very rare. So but like take for example, like you get your Aries, and let's say you want to make it all like Hawaiian print Ewoks, and you make it, and you can print out the size and have it like the templates in there, and it prints out the exactly what you need, and you can cut it out and call it a day. Like I feel like it's a game changer for bag makers, especially bag makers who make to sell, because now it's another thing you can add. Like having an embroidery machine is a total game changer for bag makers too, because you can be like, "Hey, I can embroider your business onto the bag, or I could put your initials on the bag." You can there's different, or would you like to have embroidery like this from Encanto? Like it's an Encanto shirt from Torrid. I love it. Okay. Like you can be like, "Oh, how about we make your bag all yellow and we'll put the flowers from Encanto on there?" Like, you can go you can you can offer that. This is another thing, just like I think a Silhouette or a Brother Scan and Cut is a big maker too, because now you can fussy cut out appliques and put them on the bag. I feel like everything that comes out can be some kind of game changer, especially for you if you want to do different things on your bag. Or like, can you imagine like what if you get a whole bunch of people from like Kappa Day Alpha or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, we want you to make our symbols or badges," and you create a print and you print out badges, and then you like do the zigzag stitch. Now you have a patch. So like, there's so many cool ideas I've already came in my mind with this. So I mean, I think it's a cool thing. Is it a need? No, but um, I there's things that you don't need that are wants that can make your life a whole lot easier. Oh yeah, this is Chippy. I refuse to get rid of this cup. Ghetto fabulous if you want to call it. But okay, so all right. So when me and Kendall first got together, we bought these sets. They're from, if I'm not remember, it's called from Cooks from JC Penney's. They had this, and they had the big saucer cups. I have edge painting from this morning. Saucer cups that you were able to drink. We had like a set of 8. Faith has broke all of them except this one, and I refuse to get rid of it. It's one of the first mugs that me and Kendall bought together. And yes, I still use it. I just have everybody hand wash it. I'm not going to get rid of it unless that thing cracks down the middle. I'm not going to get it. It is my cup. It is chippy. It's chippy. And they keep breaking things. Like Hope broke my Kylo Ren mug, and like you have to understand, I got that mug the night that the Star Wars like the new ones came out, and so this mug is like 10 years old, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna murder my daughter. I'm gonna murder my daughter. Right? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And the thing is that are you? Because you were trying to spin it around on your finger. Are you sorry? Are you? She's also the one that broke my machine, so I'm thinking no. They'll have it. I know if you go into So Magical, the lady said, I'm sorry, I don't know what they identify, so I'm just gonna say they. They said that they're going to have a class explaining this. So I'm definitely going to go into the class. And I'm crossing my fingers that I make enough for Baltimore Comic Con to get that. That would be like a really cool Christmas gift to buy myself. Like, treat yourself. Yes, Shannon, air high five. The house is our only thing. Our car, I pay. I keep telling my husband that I want Christine's car and that I'm like trying to manifest that in 2024 I get a truck because I really would love to do Dragon Con and stuff, but you need like a truck so you could put all of like the backings of my cages and everything in there. I have my car is a 1997 Mitsubishi. They don't make Mitsubishis. Diamante. Yeah. Kendall drives a newer Hyundai that's like 2 years old or whatever. I paid for those in cash. I don't know. It was just very traumatic as a kid, and they're not, you're not bad parents. They were young, but I am a person that I learn from other people's mistakes, and I never wanted my kids to pick up a phone and be like, "Mom, someone's asking money for this," and like tell them that you're not here. Like I don't want them to do that, so I pay for cash. I lust for things like anyone else. I just wait for the money. Yeah, we had a huge chunk down for the car for the house too. See, I'm glad I'm not like the only one that does that. Thank you guys. Now I don't feel like I'm alone. This like it's a hard thing, and I feel like with our hobby, with our profession, with our skill, sometimes FOMO is real, and it can make you feel like you're missing out or like you're not worth enough, if that makes sense. In our like if, anytime you go on Facebook, anytime you go on Instagram or even YouTube, sometimes when people are showing stuff, you really want it and it's not in your financial means, and FOMO sets in. So just know you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. There's a whole slew full of us that want it too, but can't. And it's good to be responsible. And if you have the means to do it, there's nothing wrong with it. Get it, do it. I support you. I'm an enabler too. So, I say get it. But if you can't, you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay. Oh, Julie, I'm excited. I'm really excited because Sandra's the one that picked out the prints. I named them Midnight Butterflies and Cheetah Rose. I feel like those are solid names for prints. Yes. Sandra has like a tons of stuff on her website. If you go on to her, if you get part of her email, she will email you with things that are on sale, like, oh, double-sided tapes on sale, or this is on sale, which is always good to know because I'm all about if I'm gonna get something, I want on sale. Just like Waywack had some stuff on sale. They had needles for our machines on sale the other day, and I had no clue because I didn't check my email the day before yesterday. But it's good to be a part of these things because then you can probably stock up on something that you use a lot and pay a fraction of what it normally costs. See, yes, Lynette says Friday during lunch, we're going to meet up by the vendor hall. Look for the Nova sign. Oh, okay, Sandra. 12 kids. Woo. They're all staring at her like, get off. Get off, Sandra. Yeah, Sandra's going to be one of the teachers too, so you guys will all get to see her too at So Magical. Not she's going to be helping me teach. Yes. I would have done the same thing. Yeah. Oh man, cuz that ink is expensive. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone too. Some designs are not on Disney, they must be. Yeah, I could totally understand that too. I've been I there was another video I got it. I'll try to I wrote it down. I just need to find my book. I have journals and books for each different machine I have. Don't, it's really weird. I need to find the journal for this because there's something else where someone else put like white HTV on the area. So like let's say this is your what you're trying to sublimate. So you put the white HTV where the cameo is, and then you sublimate on top of the HTV this. There's a video on that. And I was thrown off. There are people coming up with new stuff. Just put sawgrass sublimating on cotton and you'll see there's so many different videos because that never even registered to me until I seen that video. It was a gentleman. He was like, I can show you how you can sublimate on cotton. So he cuts out with his cameo the like it was like a football shape, and then he puts it on. He does his HTV. Then he does the sublimation right on top of the white HTV, and it came out on the cotton. And I was like, shut the front door. So there's different ways. If there's a will, there's a way, and there's tons of people that have tons of videos out on there. And I am just writing things down in my journal so that way I can do a couple like cool updates. And then anyone up here in here that has had the sawgrass longer than me that wants to probably give tips and tricks out, we can do a video together because I think this is a really good thing for bags. A very cool thing. It's like I did see somebody that they use sublimation on the inside of their bag to have their signature instead of having like a metal tag. They have their watermark like they have them on individual sublimation things and they just sublimate them on like heat them on inside the lining. I'm like, that is really cool. I never even would have thought of that. Yes, Gypsy, ask them. I'm telling you, the foam that they do for insulation are awesome for rolled handles. Yep, round foam. And that's what a great thing about the round foam is, let's say you don't have that perfect stitching, you accidentally stitch in, you're not breaking a needle on plastic tubing. It just will just be there and it'll be fine. Door jam. There you go. Yeah, love Chippy, right? He's an oldie but goodie. My kids keep trying to like they just like my kids break mugs and they don't drink. Okay, so let me take this back. They drink hot tea if me, my dad, or Kendall makes them hot tea. That's it. That's it. That they won't make it themselves. Why are you touching my mugs? Like, but then Faith likes those experiments like she sees on TikToks where they can make a cake in a mug. So she'll do things like that. That's fine. But they like drop them, spin them. I think I seen Faith Hope stand on. Hope is my most destructive child. So, yeah. Why are you you're 24? Why are you breaking my mug? Why are you breaking my like, yes, Christine's truck. I want Christine's truck so bad. So that's my goal for 2024 to save up to get pay for a truck so I can go to bigger conventions and have all my stuff in the back. Yep. Yes. I'm giving you a hug right now, Shannon, because it's the same thing. Didn't come from money, and being financially stable is very important. Yeah, 1997 though, seriously. That car is old. It's dirt. Like it is a whole person that went to college, has a successful job, and has kids. Like, that's a that's a whole person right there. It's a need though. Yeah, that's how Kindle is a if we have to use a credit card, Julie, he's like, we can't pay it off next month. We're not using it on the credit card. I was like, well, damn, okay, you're right. Ooh, yeah, VW bus to haul your stuff around for events would be so beautiful. Those cars just last forever. Those are the VW bug buses, like, they can get hit and you can't even notice the dent. Like, they're, like, made for, like, to last. Splurge on your birthday with something you really want. Yes. FOMO is definitely real. Oh, see, and that, Shannon, is something I don't hear people say. That that is true. Tell people to buy the pattern when they're able to sew it, and so they don't have to spend the money or wait until a new pattern comes on, and then there'll be like a dollar or two off sale. Like, yeah, same. I'm so excited to meet you guys. Your truck is sick? No, but Christine's truck is sick. Like, no, like sick in a good way. I know it's probably sick, like it's like spluttering, but that car is amazing. I didn't First of all, I think it's maybe because I have an older car. When you have an older car and you sit in a newer car and see all the amenities, you're like, what the hell? What do you mean it beeps on the side if someone's coming on the side? Like, I remember on our newer car, it has the rear view camera and I still do not use it. Like, I still put my hand behind the passenger and like back into a space. Like, I still don't use it. Like, I am so prone not to do it that like when I notice it, it like freaks me out every single time. Okay. But yeah, like there's like the side warnings, like the cars coming to your side, which I think is that should be mandatory in every car because like there are people that are texting and they'll kind of swerve into your lane, and if you see them you can, like horn or move a little bit out of the way fast enough. So I think it's a good thing to have. Oh, quiet cutting, like you should do an ASMR one a video today. I like this way scissors sound when it's cutting into any material. That whoosh, whoosh, I don't know what it is super relaxing. I could I my Everyone's like, "What do you watch on YouTube wise other than my murder mysteries and stuff like that, true crime?" I love I love people when they do cutout videos and not necessarily sewing because the sound of the rotary cutting, the sound of flipping paper is really soothing. So I don't have to physically watch you. I can just hear all those sounds and it's just amazing to me. I want to go to the Wizarding World on Sunday bad. So I figure my classes is has a 3 hour time lot, but I don't think it's gonna take 3 hours. I think we're gonna be done in an hour and a half. I want to give my hugs to everybody, and then I want to go to the Wizarding World. And I'm like, this has to happen. I can't go to Florida again and never been to the Wizarding World. Like, it's just really weird, and it is a splurge. I'm considering this like my way, way, way early birthday gift and Christmas gift to myself because I'm an HP nerd. And then I'm probably gonna bring an HP bag so I can take pictures like, look. Like, oh, yeah. The mugs are important because usually mugs, someone when they give them to you, just they become special. Every time you drink out of it, you think of that person. I think it's like a card, but you can use it longer until one of your children destroys it. Yeah. So I don't know. I seen the self-sticking binding in mentioned in ooh, I'm gonna do her name wrong. Little Carolina Notions or Little Carolina Little Notions. She has like like templates and stuff. So I want to say Nancy Tran maybe, and I know. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Nancy Tran and I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. Oh my gosh, she has the butter. I worked with her for so long. This is so stupid. Why am I drawing a blank? But I think they're the ones Weft and Warp. Weft and Warp and I think Nancy Tran's Fabric Therapy are the ones that carry it, but I think it's sold out because it was in two. Because when I seen it in that Facebook group, I immediately went to go buy it because I like self adhesive and putting it on binding, but they were sold out. But I will look to see if Weft and Warp has it again, and then Nancy Tran, and maybe hopefully somebody will have some. So magical. I feel like that is a really cool thing to have, and I'm curious. I would love to try to use it. Tammy from Weft and Warp. All right. I hope you have a good day. Where do you like to get your HTV? Um, Amazon, Amazon, or I usually get it from Heat Nation. And then there are T-shirt places. I didn't know about these kind of places until my friend Christina took me in Texas. There are Heat places that are Heat T-shirt places. Like pretty much every town has one, and then you can buy more HTV. Like there are some pretty HTV colors out there, and I would look for your local t-shirt press shop supplies, and you can find a slew full of stuff. And that's where you can find. I got recently puffy paint, like puffy ones, like puffy paint ones, and I'm going to do something crazy like for like making myself a sweater or something for a sweatshirt or a hoodie for So Magical to say like that's so Nova, and it's like an all puffy paint HTV. Julie, your dog is like, you know what? You're not playing with me. Break your mug. No, Loki will bring me bowls if they're not full and he's hungry. So he'll come down here and he'll have a big metal bowl. I'm like, okay. Or like and then no one believed me until he did it to Kendall. Kendall was like, he just brought me a bowl. I'm like, oh yeah, he's hungry. He's like, because that dog, I swear, he eats you out of house and home. He eats so much. He drinks so much water too, and he's kind of bougie. He likes little ice cubes in his water. He's a little bougie, and I think he thinks he's the size of a chihuahua. I don't know why. Him just like 150-pound dog just sitting on you out of nowhere. He sat on my head yesterday because he was trying to get to Kendall. I was livid. I was just laying across my bed, and next thing I know, I have dog tail and butt on my face like this. What are you doing? You're not. I was like, that's a lot of pressure on my head. I'm not trying to die right now, buddy. Oh no, I would be understand the disappointment too. I think there's bad batches. Are you in the Sawgrass group? Because like one thing I learned is that in that group there could be bad batches of ink, especially if somebody tried to relabel them with a new expiration date, and it was really from last year. The one thing I learned from the Sawgrass meeting from the guy Ethan, he said that be very cognizant of where you get Easy Subly, and then pay attention to the expiration date, because if it's going bad, it starts to coagulate and it can make the area that has the ink coming out, it can clog it up, and it can be really bad. And also with Easy Subly, you have to make sure that your machine is plugged in at all times, because the machine does a self-cleansing check declogging every 12 hours. So if you have it unplugged, it can make the ink start solidifying and coagulating. That's what I've learned so far. Yes, Weft and Warp and yes, thank you, Karen. Yes. I was losing my mind. I knew Weft. I was trying to figure out Tammy's name of her business for like 15 minutes in my head. Your truck is nice. That 2015 is not old. Let me reiterate. 1997 Mitsubishi. Now, you know what's crazy? People scout out that car though because they want it for parts. Ooh. Okay. Cut, sew, repeat t-shirt shops. Okay. Oh no. Oh yeah, she handled that truck like a boss. Okay, okay, okay. I'm off to that shop. I'm gonna have to do that. Look at that shop too. Ooh, see, Melissa, I guess it's great because, like, talking about things like this openly, you realize other people are like you because sometimes those will be posts like, "Oh, I just bought like $1,800 worth of fabric," and I'm like, "Well, hot damn, I no, that's like a mortgage payment. That's more than my mortgage payment. I can't do that." Thank you. I got it from Torrid. It's a part of their Disney collection. Anytime they come out with anything from Disney, I'm all about it. I'll wait until their stuff has been out of season, and then I'll get it on the off seasons on sale. So I like that. There's nothing better than a brand new smell on car. Like it's like leather. I also like the smell of books and notebook paper. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh no. Oh, but maybe she could put flowers in it or like something like useful, like if she's in crafting, like her scissors or something. Your dog broke your favorite bug. It's like we're not talking for the rest of the day. Ooh, yes. I know I wanna have a really cool one with my curls, like, have, like, my face, like, outlined and just have, like, my wildly curly hair. Carolina Stitches, thank you. Yes, it was in her group, and I believe Nancy Tran had the video, and it was offered through Weft and Warp. If it's not Weft and Warp, I apologize, but I believe it was. I'm trying to go off memory here, and Nancy Tran, and that they're the one that had the self-adhesive, binding, which I think that is genius. Oh my god, that is so smart. Okay, don't you love when things just come together, it doesn't work one day, and then you're able to work it out, then you just feel really good? Good morning. So, yes, I've been on here for an hour. I'm gonna wanna finish my coffee while it's hot, and then work on my Aries with the last of my leather. I might cry and be happy at the same time. Um, I did finish edge painting though, so one for the team. I do edge painting. So I know Kendall secretly probably hates me because I'll do edge painting like at 8 o'clock at night in my bed. So I'll be like already cleaned up, getting ready for bed, have my pajamas on, and then on a I'll have this on a like some kind of like book or like a box that came in a book, and I'm just laying there edge painting on the bed. And he's like, "What are you doing?" All right, everyone. I hope everyone has a really good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay.